From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Some Hazleton area residents got a surprise visit this morning by one unexpected guest, a 500-pound black bear. The very scary situation is where we begin this evening. And good evening, and thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. An unusual visitor to Hazel Township caused quite a scene this morning. It wasn't a lion or a tiger, but it was a bear, a big bear, who ended up in someone's backyard after it was spotted in another part of town and chased to Hazel Township near the high school. News 13 was at the scene where the 500-pound bear made its way into a tree in a home near West 23rd and Alter Streets. It was there for more than an hour after being chased from the airport beltway part of the township. The resident of that home where the bear ran to immediately contacted police, who then contacted the Game Commission. Officials from the Hazleton Area School District were also made aware of the situation because of the bear's close proximity to the high school campus. We spoke with the wildlife conservation officer who tells us how and why this furry guy was even in our neck of the woods.
The main reason he's around is obviously the food. There's lots of trash laying around that needs to be secured by people, just common sense stuff. If your trash is knocked over repeatedly on garbage days, you probably want to make sure you put it out a little later. Use a little ammonia or Clorox in it as a deterrent to knock down the smell. By all means, don't have any bird feeders out this time of year. I mean, they're only here for food. There's really no berry growth or anything out in the woods, and they're coming around to get quickly and easily fed. And if he's walking through the neighborhood with hitting a garbage can, just let him move on his own as opposed to chase him and end up in a situation just like this.
Dave also adds that if you do see a bear, not to chase it by any means, stay away and let it move on its own. And that's exactly what everyone did today. After leaving the bear alone in the tree for a little while, he went back into the woods and everyone was safe and sound. The days of sorting and separating recyclables are over for residents in the Valley section of Greater Hazleton. Butler Township has switched to single-stream recycling, so residents will no longer have to separate mixed paper and commingled containers. Butler Township Manager Marianne Petrilla explains that.
Every single piece of recyclable material will go into a single stream. Before this, we had bins in 5 stalls. We had to have those hauled away on a weekly basis because they would get so packed. We have a large volume of people from Sugarloaf, Cunningham, and Butler using the recycling center. So now this one piece of machinery takes all recyclables, everything. You don't have to commingle any of your recyclables. It takes a ton more recyclables, whereas before it was restricted to just cans and glass and cardboard. Now it takes a lot of things, and we're handing out a list as people come in as to what, like egg cartons and milk cartons and all things that were never able to be recycled before.
Now, Petrilla says the hauling fees will also be significantly reduced because the machine compacts the recyclables into a small bundle. And because the response has been so big from residents in Butler Township, Sugarloaf Township, and Cunningham Borough, Butler Township is in the process of applying for a grant to get more bins. The recycling center is open to the general public and any resident from Butler Township and the surrounding municipalities. Always welcome to use the center. Well, the mayor of McAdoo tells News 13 that the borough and its residents will definitely not be getting any financial aid from the government. Mayor Dane Watrow says Bill Hanley from Congressman Tim Holden's office says there's no relief for the residents or the infrastructure of the borough. Basically, the damage suffered in McAdoo does not meet the criteria for aid or loans. Mayor Watrow is not happy. He told News 13 in an email that, quote, "I'm so disgusted and upset for the people in the community. I wasn't affected personally, but feel their pain." Last Saturday, inches of rain fell on McAdoo in a short period of time, along with other parts of Schuylkill County, flooding out roads, stalling out vehicles, and filling people's basements with anywhere from 4 to 10 inches of water. Police were on the scene of what was first described as a possible drive-by shooting on Wednesday night in the city of Hazleton. We were there in the area of 1st and James Streets right around 8:30 as police inspected a minivan that had its rear window shot out by a BB or pellet-type gun. The van was parked in the 500 block of West 1st Street. Police ask if you know anything about this criminal mischief in Hazleton to dial 911. We now know more about what exactly went down at a home in Sugarloaf last Friday, causing police to converge on that house for hours. News 13 was at the home near the Valley Country Club Friday afternoon. Multiple police and state troopers had been at the house for hours for what was first reported as a kidnapping or hostage situation. While that turned out not to be what was happening there, a man was arrested. He was found with cocaine inside the home, some of which was sitting right next to a 3-year-old little girl. This is 51-year-old Jose Angeles, who now faces a number of charges, including endangering the welfare of children. After a few hours, Angeles did allow police to search inside that home. No hostages were found, but again, cocaine residue found in several areas of the home, and more cocaine was found right next to the toddler, who we're told was innocently watching TV. Angeles was jailed on $25,000 bail. Still no word on what led to the kidnapping reports, which originally led police to the Sugarloaf home on Friday. A fight between a boyfriend and girlfriend in the city of Hazleton turned violent and involved knives. Police tell us 34-year-old Yahara Aviles threw knives at her boyfriend, Fernando Collado, and stabbed him in the upper leg during an argument recently. Aviles told police that her boyfriend was verbally and physically abusive and that she did not intentionally stab him. Aviles will be charged with a number of assaults charges, but is not in jail tonight. No word on how the boyfriend is doing because of those injuries. A very ill former senator is not well enough to stand trial for now. Former State Senator Rafael Musto's trial, which was scheduled to begin on Monday, has been postponed until October 1st, so the court can determine if Musto is healthy enough to stand trial in the first place. 83-year-old Musto is suffering from liver disease. The postponement was requested by his defense attorneys. It's the third time the trial has been changed. Musto is accused of accepting $35,000 in free building renovations and $3,000 in cash for supporting state funding for 2 projects. Well, you can get your hands on nearly anything and everything with one click of a button when using the internet. And that can actually be a scary thing. The FDA and a pharmaceutical company are now warning consumers about counterfeit drugs being sold online, particularly Adderall, a drug used to treat attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and narcolepsy. Right now, fake versions of Adderall are being sold on the net, and these versions have the wrong active ingredient. For people who have previously used the product, the fake version is pretty easy to spot. The counterfeit pills are white with no visible markings, while the real tablets are peach in color and have DP printed on one side and 30 on the other. Other ways to tell if the pills are not the real thing: blister packaging or misspellings on the packaging. All the more reason why consumers should be extra cautious when buying meds online. All right, before we take a break, we want to make sure to tell you that local beaches at Beltsville Beach and Tuscarora are right now closed to swimming. Beltsville swimming area was closed by the State Department of Conservation and Natural Resources because of high bacterial counts in water samples. Other activities like boating are still allowed at Beltsville. Tuscarora State Park is closed because of some recent flooding, so make sure you stay away, obviously, and pass the word. And coming up on News 13, a first-of-its-kind event is being held this weekend. It's for all you bikers, cyclists, and even skateboarders. We have more on the blessing of the bikes coming up. And good luck if you played the Pennsylvania Lottery today. Here are your winning midday numbers. Daily number on this last day of May, 154. Big 4, 5792. Quinto, 99946. And treasure hunt, 89252729.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, a happy birthday goes out to June M. Millardy. This wish comes from your husband, Joe, and your family and friends. And in tonight's Talk of the Town report, we'd like to remind you one more time that St. Jude's in Mountaintop will be holding an international Fest in the Grove, June 1st and 2nd. The event will have live entertainment, ethnic food from several countries, traditional picnic favorites, and much more. And don't forget to stop by for a chance to win a dream vacation as a part of the raffle. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Mildred Bonner-Steebing of Camp Hill. Mass will be held Saturday at noon from the Good Shepherd Church in Camp Hill. The Myers-Harner Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. John Philip Sacco of Shenandoah. Funeral services will be held Friday at 10 a.m. from the Orovitz Home for Funerals. Friends may call Friday from 7 to 10 a.m. at the funeral home. Mary Ann Good Donahue of Schuylkill Haven. Funeral arrangements will be private and under the direction of the John J. Pustai Funeral Home. Pauline T. Fort of Hazleton. Funeral will be Friday at 9:30 a.m. from the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. Carmelita Di Maria Barletta, formerly of Calbeth Place. Complete services will be announced by the Firo Funeral Home. Margaret E. Long, formerly of Hazleton. Arrangements will be announced by the Hazel Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Paul R. Leeper of Whitehaven. Funeral services will be held Saturday at 2 p.m. at the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 1 p.m. until the time of service. And Margaret E. Mazur of Mahoney City. Funeral will be held Friday at 11 a.m. from the David D. Jarrett Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 10 a.m. until the time of service. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's, don't settle for second best when dining out. Check out Mia's all-new menu for 2012, and remember, there's always plenty of free gated parking behind the Markle Building.
Well, if you've decided that the Chamber is for you, or maybe you're looking into joining the Chamber, we're here with Dan Geidish for Chamber Chat, and we're discussing ways to become a member of the Chamber of Commerce. There's actually an outing that's going to be going on.
Yes, we have what we call our new members gathering. Okay. It's held at the Residence Inn in Humboldt Station, and it will be held on June 14th at 5 p.m. from 5 to 7. Sponsored by the Residence Inn and Jones Kahansky. It's open for all of our new members. Anyone who joined the Chamber within the last year is welcome to attend, and they'll receive a personal invitation from the Chamber. Also, anyone that might be thinking about joining the Chamber of Commerce is welcome to attend as well. It's one of our typical networking mixers. You get to meet and greet the board of directors from the Chamber, Chamber officers. You get to also meet the Ambassadors Committee and other business people in the Hazleton area. It's a great time. There's door prizes, hors d'oeuvres, and beverages, adult and other. And it's fun. People really have enjoyed themselves in the last two gatherings we've had.
All right, so if you're interested, you can go to the website or you can call the Chamber or stop down here. We're located in downtown Hazleton. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week for Chamber Chat.
Well, with tomorrow being June 1st, the summer months are finally here, and the warm weather prompts people of all ages to bust out those bikes, skateboards, and scooters. But a big concern, of course, is always safety. Our Erica Aponte talks with two community members who are helping to keep you safe by blessing your bike and giving safety lessons. Erica?
I'm here at Sorrento Gardens with Pastor Doug McKeeby from Trinity Lutheran Church and Ed Payne of Sorrento Gardens. We're here to talk about an event happening this weekend about bicycle safety and a little blessing of the bikes. So if you could tell me, Pastor, what's going to be happening this weekend?
What we're going to do is call down God's blessing on bicycles, skateboards, scooters, Harley Davidsons, anything. In the summer months, we have more people using these forms of transportation. And we just want to increase the idea of safety for these people as they're using these forms of transportation beyond cars.
Great, and you actually ride a bike, Ed. So tell me, why do you think safety or this blessing is so important?
I think the event is a wonderful thing, again, calling God's blessing down on all those who participate. My particular interest is children on bicycles, since I'm a very, very avid cyclist. And some safety tips, and also doing a little bit of bike tune-ups for the kids while I'm there. And Lieutenant John Leonard, who is a certified bicycle safety patrolman, very, very skilled, will be there along with me giving a brief bicycle safety talk as well. So.
Great, that's very good that you're doing that. I think it's great because a lot of people do ride their bikes. So tell me, when is it happening and how does it work?
Okay, it's going to be 2 p.m. and it's going to be at Trinity Lutheran Church at North Church Street and Hemlock Street. It's going to be in the rear parking lot, and we're going to bless the bikes and any vehicles with holy water. And also there will be a presentation on safety.
Great. And anything else you wanted to add?
Well, just that the most important thing for anyone out there cycling, especially kids, is one of these. The macadam is very unforgiving, and a fall even a mild one, can be very serious and not fatal. And unfortunately, we've had some accidents where that's concerned. So that, a few other safety tips, some basic road safety is what I'm hoping to impart a little bit, and go from there.
Great. All right, well, everyone is welcome to come to the Blessing of the Bikes. It's happening this Sunday at 2 p.m. at the Trinity Lutheran Church on Church Street in Hazleton. And reporting for News 13, I'm Erica Aponte.
All right, Erica, thanks so much. Moving on tonight, we have seen some wild weather this week, from thunderstorms to hot and humid days. Before we get to check out that forecast, let's look at this creative condition from Aaliyah Jasmine Curry, a 5th grade student at Hazleton Elementary Middle School. Aaliyah's picture of a sunny day is just beautiful and so fitting for our weather that we had today. Mostly clear skies will take us through the rest of tonight with a low down to 52. Increasing clouds for your TGIF. Unfortunately, we're only up to 69 on our Friday with a chance of thunderstorms, possibly even some showers moving through. Just windows and much, much more. First Street Freeland bringing you the forecast, 636-1133, or just stop by or visit on the web at justwindowsandmore.com. Finally, Independence Day is only a little over a month away, and in honor of the patriotic holiday, we want to show off our viewers' love for America. We need you to send us pictures of your children, pets, yourself, or maybe your home decor that shows your patriotism, or even maybe your own American hero, a soldier in your family, serving currently, or a veteran. All of the pictures will be featured on July 4th right here on News 13 between 4 and 5 o'clock. With your snapshot, please include a brief description to be used along with it on air. You can email pictures to me here at the station. The address is Kristen, Kristen, at ssptv.com, or drop them in the mail to 109 West Broad Street in Hazleton with a self-addressed stamped envelope if you'd like your picture returned. Or you can just bring them to us in person anytime between 9 and 5 Monday through Friday. Help us say happy birthday to America and show off the great patriotism we have here in Greater Hazleton and beyond. Stay with us tonight on News 13. More news and information is heading your way live at 4:30. In just one day, over 700 seniors from the Hazleton Area High School will receive their diploma and graduate. That said, there's a lot of preparation that needs to be done. We head over to the high school where graduation setup was in full swing today.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for staying with us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Hazleton Area High School gearing up for its graduation ceremony. Each year, the pomp and circumstance setup takes a lot of manpower, and this year, for the most part, it has been no different. News 13 stopping by Thursday morning as graduation setup was in full swing. Workers were preparing seating for the family, friends, and loved ones of over 700 graduating seniors. We spoke with high school principal Rocco Petrone about this year's ceremony, which does have some minor changes.
Well, again, I don't think it's going to be much different than what we had last year. I have the same plan of the students during the procession will go out the main doors of the high school as opposed to going out the gym doors. The stage will be facing the school. as opposed to facing the street. If you have in the need of access to handicap parking, you do your best to enter from the 93 side of the city as opposed to entering from the 309 side. It would be more conducive for handicap parking if you enter that way.
Patrone also mentioned the school's plan in the case of inclement weather. The postponement date is Saturday, June 2nd at 6 p.m. And if it rains Saturday, then it will be held Monday, June 4th, also at 6 o'clock, rain or shine. For updates, you can go to hasdk12.org. It was a sticky situation this afternoon in West Hazleton. Rolls and more rolls of masking tape were used by students to literally tape their teachers to the wall. Students at the West Hazleton School took part in a walkathon this past month, and the homeroom that raised the most money in each grade got to tape their teacher to the wall. 8 teachers total were taped by the students. Grades K through 6 took part in the event. We talked with one of the teachers that helped put it all together.
Last year we had a popcorn party for the students who raised the most money, but this year we decided, with the help of our principal Jocelyn Podlesny, to tape the teachers to the wall of the homeroom who raised the most money for our school.
We are told that the students raised more than $4,000 for the school. The top students in each grade received a medal. West Hazleton School and the PTA plan on using the money to make some upgrades to the school's playground and basketball court. Getting more people from the southern end of Luzerne County involved is one goal the new county council has. News 13 stopping by the Greater Hazleton Chamber's red carpet breakfast this morning held at Sand Springs. Getting more people involved was one topic, while another was the overall vision of the county. Today's guest speaker was Robert Lawson, Luzerne County's manager. Lawton came to answer some important questions. Where is the county right now? Where is the county going financially? And what challenges does the county face? News 13 spoke with council members Rick Morelli and Elaine Madden-Curry, who told us some answers to those questions.
Well, I believe that the county's on the right track right now. With the new home rule government that's been put in place, we're very proud to have a quality manager like Bob Lon, who has the ideas, the experience to help take us out of the problems we've had. County council's working very hard in our role in setting policies, getting people involved in our community. And so, you know, we have a long road ahead of us, but I believe that we are on the right path.
We're trying to get more involvement from the southern end of the county, and a way for Hazletonians and the surrounding areas to get involved is we now have a new process for the authorities, boards, and commissions. So anyone in this area can apply to be on an authority or a board like Luzerne County Community College Board or the Transportation Authority. In the past, the county commissioners just put people on all these boards and authorities, so people could not apply.
Now, Madden-Curry, who also spoke at the breakfast, says there are over 20 different boards and anyone can fill out an application online and will then be called for an interview if there is an opening. Curry also says this allows people, especially in the southern end of the county, to have a voice. For more information, visit LuzerneCounty.org. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce invited local business people to mix and mingle Wednesday night to showcase a video called Hazleton, A Land of Dreams. The movie was put together by the Latinos Media Group. Held at Capriati's Palazzo, the mixer was sponsored by HIP, or better known as Hazleton's Integration Project. We talked with HIP President Bob Curry about the movie and its importance.
And what it is it tracks immigration into the Hazleton area and shows how industry and immigration go hand in hand, and also shows how the latest group to immigrate to our area is the Hispanic group, and it shows how they're involved in our community as well. And when you see it, and you see how professionally it's produced, and what a powerful piece it is, you realize why so many of us here believe that Hazleton's future is so bright.
Members of the chamber enjoyed some hors d'oeuvres along with raffles and a 50-50 drawing. The Hazleton Integration Project will be opening a community center in the coming months to bring the whole community together as one. Tampa Bay Rays manager and Hazleton native Joe Madden has a lot to do with this group, and he even made a guest appearance, we're told, via video. Hazleton native and former state senator Charles Lemon Jr. has died. The 82-year-old Republican, currently of the Back Mountain area, represented the 20th senatorial district from 1985 through 2006. Lemond also served as a Luzerne County judge and first assistant district attorney in his career. Senator Lisa Baker was elected to fill his seat after his retirement. And coming up on News 13, are you a soda drinker? Well, if so, some surprising news coming from the Big Apple. Is the mayor really trying to ban soda? That answer is headed your way. But first, a 500-pound black bear in the city of Hazleton this morning, I should say in Hazel Township and all over, had some residents shocked. We'll tell you about the surprise visit next. All right, we want to remind the residents of McAdoo that street sweeping will go on as planned tomorrow. Friday, signs are posted in the areas to be swept. The street sweeper will be on the east side of the borough. If your vehicle is parked in a street sweeping zone, you will be ticketed or towed. Well, an unusual visitor to Hazel Township caused quite a scene this morning. It wasn't a lion or a tiger, but it was a bear, a big bear, who ended up in someone's backyard after it was spotted in another part of town and chased to Hazel Township near the high school. News 13 was at the scene where the 500-pound bear made its way into a tree in a home near West 23rd and Alter Streets for more than an hour after being chased from the airport beltway part of the town first. Now, the resident of the home where the bear ran to immediately contacted police, who then contacted the Game Commission. Officials from the Hazleton area school district were also alerted because of the bear's close proximity to the high school campus. We spoke with the wildlife conservation officer, who tells us how and why this furry little guy, I should say big guy, was even in our neck of the woods.
The main reason he's around is obviously the food. There's lots of trash laying around that needs to be secured by people, just common sense stuff. If your trash is knocked over repeatedly on garbage days, you probably want to make sure you put it out a little later. Use a little ammonia or Clorox in it as a deterrent to knock down the smell. By all means, don't have any bird feeders out this time of year. I mean, they're only here for food. There's really no berry growth or anything out in the woods, and you know they're coming around to get quickly and easily fed. And you know, if he's walking through the neighborhood with hitting a garbage can, just let him move on his own, as opposed to chase him and end up in a situation just like this.
Now, Dave also adds that if you do see a bear, not to chase it by any means, stay away or let it move on its own. And that's exactly what they did today in this situation. After leaving the bear alone in the tree, he went back into the woods and everyone was safe and sound. And I realize they're scary and I realize they can be dangerous, but that bear was quite cute. Another quick reminder to our viewers, local beaches at Beltsville Lake and Tuscarora are right now closed to swimming. Beltsville's swimming area was closed by the State Department of Conservation and Natural Resources because of high bacterial counts in water samples. Other activities like boating are still allowed there. Tuscarora State Park, we're told, is closed because of some recent flooding. So make sure you pass the word, because as we get to the forecast now, the nice day we had today, definitely some beach weather, but will the nice beach weather be staying with us, or will rain be moving in just in time for the weekend? Before we get to that forecast, let's look at the creative condition from Aaliyah Jasmine Curry, a 5th grade student at Hazleton Elementary Middle School. Aaliyah told us that she will be drawing a sunny day, and it's a beautiful sunny day that she drew there. 52 will be our low for the rest of tonight. We'll see clear skies taking us through into our TGIF. Here's your 4-day outlook. Friday, chance of some thunderstorms. Sun will be primarily out for the day. 69 will be our high, only 65 for your Saturday as a high, but it will be partly sunny skies, slight chance of showers. Sunday looking mostly sunny, high near 66. Sunday night, partly cloudy, low down to 50. On Monday, look for it to be partly sunny skies. We're going to get back up to about 67, and 51 will be our low on Monday night. So not too shabby, just a little cooler, and some rain a possibility. The Lazy Dog Salon bringing you the forecast tonight. North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 459-0310 is the number to call. to make an appointment for your furry friend. And don't forget Valley High Drive-In down the road from the Lazy Dog on Route 93 in West Hazelton. They've got ice cream, they've got Italian ice, they've got some pretty good food and so much more. That's Valley High Drive-In, Route 93, West Hazelton. One big city mayor is continuing his crackdown to fight obesity. First, it was a ban on smoking in city parks, then a ban on trans fats, and now Mayor Michael Bloomberg of New York City is moving to ban sugary drinks in restaurants, delis, and convenience stores. Mayor Bloomberg's aggressive campaign against obesity has led him to the city's soda fountains in what could be the first of its kind, restricting residents' fast access to soft drinks filled with sugar. Bloomberg's proposal is likely to be approved and could take effect as early as March of 2013. The proposal would ban the sale of any cup or bottle of sweetened drink larger than 16 fluid ounces. Diet drinks, dairy drinks, fruit juices, and alcoholic beverages would not be affected, and sugared drinks would still be sold in grocery stores. Beverage industry officials do not agree and have spoken out against the plan. News 13 wants to hear from you. Let us know what you think about New York City's Mayor Bloomberg's proposed restriction on soft drink sales. Is this the beginning of a trend? Do you think this will help lower obesity? Tell us what you think on our Facebook page. Do you agree with the mayor or not? Find us on Facebook at SSP TV News 13 and give us your thoughts. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Keep it here on News 13. Freddie B will be checking in with some news from the world of sports, of course. And ahead, Jasmine Brooks has this week's Adopt Me. She'll not only feature one canine and one feline, but she has a very special surprise. This is one episode you don't want to miss.
We're back at the Hazelton Animal Shelter for this week's Adopt Me. I'm here with Chris Barkanik. This week's dog is a riot. His name is Jackson. He's part Beagle, probably part Border Collie, you said. He's a little older, as in not just a puppy, maybe about 4 to 5 years old, and he is hysterical. Tell me about Jackson.
Well, Jackson has a great personality. He loves people, and he's very playful. He loves to tug a war with his rope. He loves to run around the yard in circles aimlessly. He's already neutered. He's been tested for the SNAP4. He's negative for Lyme and heartworm, and he's currently up to date on his vaccinations.
Okay, now he is a pretty big, I mean, he's not a big dog, he's like medium, but he seems kind of heavy.
He's a muscular dog. He's not fat, he's small, but he's all muscle.
And he's chasing flies right now, trying to eat them. He's hysterical.
Yep, he needs to practice, yeah.
What kind of home do you think Jackson would benefit in?
Probably an active home, somebody with a yard, somebody who has time to take him for walks. He's definitely not a couch potato. He's very affectionate, but he needs some exercise as well.
All right, thank you so much, Chris. So this is Jackson. Now we're bringing it into one of my favorite places, the cat colony. I'm here with Casa. She is a female, and she actually is a mother as well. As you can see, her motherly instincts are adorable, and I'm going to tell you about that kitten in just a minute. But Chris, tell me a little bit about Casa.
Well, Casa's very good with other cats because she actually came in with a litter of her own. She had 4 kittens. They've since been weaned from her and put up for adoption. She is currently spayed, tested negative for feline leukemia and FIV. As you can see, she loves basically everything and everyone.
And this is the kind of cat, if you are interested in getting a cat, that you want. This cat is automatically comes up to you, is so friendly, calm, and lovable, and she's rubbing against my microphone. She loves to be pet, and cats are one of the best companions. I will say that. Do you agree?
Absolutely. I have 5 of my own, so.
And you know what? They are somewhat easy to take care of. You can leave for the day. They go to the litter box, to themselves, and they're very, very easy.
That's right. Cats are extremely independent, especially when compared to dogs. They don't need to be taken out. Pretty well contained.
All right, Casa, thank you. Nice meeting you, as I always say. And in my hand, this little kitten, this is my new little bundle of joy. I just filled out an application to take him home. He's beautiful. I don't know what I'm going to name him. Hopefully you guys can help me. So finally, out of all these trips I've made to the Hazelton Animal Shelter, I am finally a mother of a little baby kitten. I'm so excited. For this week's Adopt Me, I'm Jasmine Brooks, reporting from the Hazleton Animal Shelter.
And here he is, right here. He's here. He does not have a name yet. We're told he's called Mr. Bojangles. Bojangles? I think so. But he is purring up a storm right now, laying on me, falling asleep. And oh yeah, he's muffling my microphone. I'm sorry, everybody. But he is just so sweet. So this is Jasmine. Oh, there he is. Jasmine's new little baby. What a little sweetheart he is. Alrighty. Now, they did have to, in order to get this little one, she had to fill out an application, but the Hazleton Animal Shelter also contacted her vet to make sure she was a responsible parent for this little kitty cat. Now, all this little one needs is a name. Hopefully, all of you can help her out. So if you have any good ones, shoot us an email or call the station. Let us know what you think. Finally, tonight, a big congratulations to one student from Drums Elementary Middle School. 12-year-old Devin Reed headed to Washington, D.C. earlier this week for the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Unfortunately, Reed did not spell his way to the top, but he did win the local and regional spelling bees, making him the top speller here in the greater Hazleton area. From all of us here at News 13, congratulations to him. That'll do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. You can catch this newscast again with the rebroadcast throughout tonight, or simply go to News 13's website, ssptv.com. That's where you'll find everything Greater Hazleton and beyond. It's all just a click away. So on behalf of your News 13 team, this little guy right here, be safe, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for TGIF. Good night, everyone. Okay, wait. Bye. Oh, he doesn't want to. He's tired.